What's going on, everybody? I am that driving guy, and my office gets me where I'm going. I really appreciate y'all tuning in. If this is your first time, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the subscribe, hit the bell, and hit all so that you'll be notified when I drop a video and you won't miss any of these tips. So I'm not even gonna hold y'all, I'm gonna get right into it. So this video is how you can boost your Doordash rating. These are tips, these are things that you can do right now to boost your Doordash rating. And they're not in any particular order, but they're all very important. So the first thing is having great communication. It is the key part of making the delivery and a key part of your job to be able to communicate with your customer, and not to the point where you're irritating. You don't have to let the customer know when you get to the restaurant, when you pick the order up, when you're dropping it off. You don't have to hit them up that often, because that can be irritating. But there are some times when communicating with your customer is very important. For instance, if you get to the restaurant and they don't have a particular item that the customer wants, that is a great time to contact the customer to see if they wanted to substitute that item for something else. So what I like to do is I give the customer a call. If I'm able to get to the customer and the customer answers the call, I'll ask them if they would like to have it refunded, or if they would like to have another item in place of that. If they decide that they would just get another item, I let the store know, the restaurant know, they replace the item, easy peasy. If they decide that they want the refund, you can do this one or two ways. You can have them give Doordash a call so that they can have the refund put on that way. Or if you want to go a little above and beyond, you can reach out to Dasher support to make sure that the customer is refunded for whatever the item is that they didn't receive. So you can do it one or two ways. Now, if I call the customer and I'm not able to reach them, the first time I'll give another call right away, because the number may come up out of state or unknown or whatever. It may not be a number that they're able to recognize, so they may not answer. So it's good to give another call back afterwards, so that maybe it may dawn on them that they ordered food and this could possibly be the Dasher calling. If I'm still not able to reach them the second time, I shoot them a text. Hey, you know, I'm at the restaurant, they're out of this item, would you like to replace it or get a refund? I'll wait about 2 minutes. If I don't get a response, I'll give one final call. If I still can't reach the customer after that third and final call, I'll just have the restaurant give them whatever in place of it. Or if it's a drink, I would let them give anything in place of it. But if it's a food item, of course, they would just get the refund for that. So communication is the first thing that is very important, and not only boosting your score, but helping you maintain a high score as well. So if you like that one, give me a thumbs up, go ahead and like it. The second thing, very important, is following the instructions. This one is another thing that can make or break your rating. It can boost your rating or it can sink your rating. Paying attention to what are in the instructions is key, because there can be things like gate codes, specific instructions on where to leave the food. There can be things like telling you not to ring a doorbell or knock on the door for whatever reason. And also any type of other pertinent information could be in those instructions. And you don't want to reach out to the customer to ask them things that are already in the instructions that you should have read. So pay attention to those instructions, because that can definitely affect your rating. Okay. Biggest thing, I see it a lot, is don't ring the bell or knock on the door. Like I said, I've made these mistakes in the beginning, and learned from them. So, that's why I'm passing them on. Pay close attention to those instructions. The third thing, which is another very important key thing, is the way you handle the food, your food handling. This is one of the main reasons, the main reason that you're out doing what you're doing. It's because you're delivering food, or your DoorDash does everything now. They deliver everything now. So you're delivering merchandise to the customer, and the way you handle it is very important, because you want to get it there properly. You want to get it there so that the customer can enjoy whatever it is. So that means using your hot cold bag to make sure that the food stays hot or cold. Excuse me. That means making sure that you store the drinks properly so that you don't waste them as you're doing the delivery. I've wasted drinks a few times for not storing them properly, or not doubling up on cup holders when I get them from the restaurant. The best thing to do is make sure it's straight, it's good to go before you leave the restaurant, and make sure that you put it in your car the right way so that you won't have any accidents. Food handling is very important. One of the biggest things, this is my pet peeve, speaking as a customer, if you did this thing that I'm going to mention, you're automatically getting the lowest possible score that I can give you. And I've heard people complain about this. I've seen it, and I have done this in the beginning as well. Or I'm guilty of doing this in the beginning. But where you place the food is a part of the food handling. So if you are dropping the food off and you put it in front of their screen door, that is the worst possible thing that you can do. If you make it inconvenient for the customer to get whatever it is you're delivering without them ruining it, if they can't get their food without ruining their meal, or get whatever the item is without knocking it over with their door as they're opening their door, that's a big no-no. Watch where you place the food, and always keep in mind if they have a screen door and which way it opens, and never leave the food in front of the door. I cannot stress that enough. Cannot. That will definitely drop your rating instantly. All right. So, and if you agree, give me a thumbs up, because that's an important one. If you agree, give me a like, give me a thumbs up on that one. And the last thing is very important as well. It's your customer service skills, your friendliness. And this is from the moment that you take the order. You need to get into your customer service mind, because this is a customer-driven business. And it goes from when you get to the restaurant. If you do DoorDash full time like I do, there are a lot of places that you frequent. You see a lot of the same people. If you're polite and you have good customer service skills, those restaurant employees may possibly get your order out faster so that you can get on your way and your time isn't wasted, because you're polite, because you have good customer service skills. When you go and you greet the customer and you're smiling and maybe make a joke or something like that, customers pay attention to things like this. Make yourself stand out in a positive way, and that will help boost your rating. That's a part of having great customer service skills. And an extension of that is also your appearance. I consider this to be my business. I mean, I know I represent DoorDash, but this is my business. Those are my customers. So, and most of my experience is in customer service as well. So I want to present myself well as well. I want to be dressed neat, you understand, smell good, and not looking crazy. You understand? If you are dashing and picking up orders and delivering orders and you look like you're homeless, then you're not respecting your business. You're not respecting yourself. You're not taking it serious. You know what I mean? Restaurants, people, they pay attention to this. And I know me personally, if I see you delivering my food and you look homeless, I'm going to feel some kind of way. I'm going to feel like, how responsible were you with my food and you look like that? I mean, I'm not trying to put nobody out there to judge anyone, but keep this in mind as well. A customer may judge you on the way you look, on your appearance. You know what I mean? And me as a customer looking at that, I may possibly judge you as well by your appearance. So you want to make sure that you look presentable, look professional. You understand? Because that goes towards your rating. That can help boost your rating. It may seem like a small thing. It may seem like something that's insignificant that people may not pay attention to, but people are judging, and they'll judge you on those types of things. So your appearance is a part of your customer service, you know? And then another thing, which is part of communicating, but as you're dropping the food off, maybe you might notice a sign at the door or a doormat with something funny on it or whatever. You can write a little note as you take the picture for the order. You can put a little note in there and make a remark or a comment about the doormat or the sign, something that you've seen. You know what I mean? Just to make yourself stand out, to make some type of impression on the customer so they'll remember you and give you a higher rating. And if you can't come up with anything, if you're not quick with it like that, then just simply say, enjoy and have a great day. Sweet and simple. You understand? And a lot of dashers may not do that, may not put that greeting. They may just say, your order's here, you know, and don't present their customer service skills, you know? So you can always do it that way. And those little things go a long way. You understand what I'm saying? So if you like those tips, if they sound good to you, give me a thumbs up and like them. If you don't, or if you have some other tips maybe that I didn't mention, things that you do to keep your rating up, drop it in the comments. You know, it'll be well appreciated by everyone. You know, this is to help everyone, all of us dashers. You understand? If you know other dashers or any other gig workers, this can apply to them as well. Go ahead and share this video so that they can get this knowledge also. Lastly, you can read all of my blogs on my website. In the description box down below, you'll find a link for that. And as a little bonus, if you've ever wanted to try the keto diet or some form of a diet, or you want to be health conscious, anything of that nature, also in the description box, you can find the affiliate link for a free keto cookbook. The book is absolutely free. The only thing that you pay for is the shipping. And that's a bonus right down in the description box for you. Click on that link. And again, I really appreciate you all. I thank you for tuning in, for listening to me, for getting this knowledge and getting these tips. And I'll definitely have some more for you coming soon. And until then, I appreciate all of y'all. And I'm a holler.